Good morning, my friends and followers and subscribers. Yeah, subscribers and Trevor eyes. But mainly I say good morning to you, the subscriber, because everyone else can go to hell. It's the subscribers that keep the channel growing. Yes, it is indeed. And if you're watching this video right now and you've not yet subscribed, why not? It's free. But only until YouTube decide to put a percentage that they may decide one day to charge us all. After all, thousands of people are leaving YouTube they're leaving YouTube and they're going to other platforms. Yeah, and you know what? YouTube don't like it, but it is the truth. And there is going to be a YouTube human reviewer that watches this video. It may take an hour to upload because they check everything. Yes. But the platform formerly known as Twitter is letting people upload videos there. And it's costing you $8 or $9 a month to go into. People are doing that. And they're building up their 5 million impressions and they're starting to get monetized. And you know what? I don't blame them because, in my opinion, I don't think YouTube's a great platform anymore. I did jump onto a live, well, that's a lie. Last night, the Fitness Hutch had a live, and he was chatting away. And I mentioned, I've been thinking of this for a while, but I've been demonetized on YouTube now for 14, 15 months. And it's got to the stage now where I've reapplied about 3 or 4 times, and every time there's just a different excuse. They said I can reapply in December, and the truth is I am going to reapply. And if it doesn't go through, I'm being honest, hand on heart, I'm just going to delete the platform because it serves no purpose to me. I know you like to listen to me doing some videos, but I'm getting bored of it. I'm getting bored of having to jump through these hoops, and it's becoming a pain in the arse, if I'm honest. So there we go. Plus my mental health will improve because at the end of the day, all YouTube does is depress me, okay? Okay, I know you get nice emails and nice comments and we do stuff, but it's becoming a shit platform, and that's just my opinion. Okay, I'm allowed to have an opinion. Or am I allowed to have an opinion, YouTube? Am I? Or does it have to tie in with your nonsense? Anyway, what else is going on? Right, we know about what's happening in the Middle East. We know what's happening in Israel, Palestine, all the rest. We know the countries that are trying to get in. This morning I watched an interview. That's a lie. This morning I watched a bit of news. And it showed the Israeli Prime Minister sitting beside President of the United States in the White House, in the Oval Office. And I swear to God, it was embarrassing. It really was. Even if you're a Joe Biden supporter, you must be thinking, come on, it's time to let the old man go to a retirement home. He was sitting there, meant to be chatting to the Israeli Prime Minister. The Israeli Prime Minister has lost thousands of his own citizens. Kidnaps, death, and he's sitting there, an audience with the president, and the president is sitting like this with his head down going, and even the Israeli Prime Minister is looking at the cameras and going, is this for real? Is this really happening in front of me? I mean, it's embarrassing. The leader of the free world is a geriatric and needs to be removed. He really does. America, you're embarrassing yourselves by letting him stay there. It's an embarrassment. It's probably the worst ever president that I've ever known. Probably the worst ever leader of any country. It's just shocking. It's just shocking. But there we go. Yeah. Anyway, Israel has issued a warning to everyone in the Gaza. They've issued a warning to the 1.1 million people left there, and they have said, you've 24 hours to get out. This has never happened before, but they're not going to stop. They are going to turn the Gaza into dust. They're going to turn it into dust, and they're going to start from fresh. They're also preparing their own special forces, which are very well renowned, very good. They're going to send their special forces in the Palestinian settlements to get their hostages back. They're going all out. They're not stopping. They're not stopping. And innocent people are going to get caught up in this, clearly, and that's never a good thing. But we can never take a knee and bow to terrorism. We can never do that. We must always try to defeat it. Yeah. I know what you're thinking. I've just had to go with the President of the United States, but I'm wearing a hat. Yeah, the hat represents strength, power, courage, all the things that the White House are missing, okay? A little bit disappointed this morning to find out that the Tea Hut in Woodbridge, which is where I would go to have a tea or coffee, has had to close down due to flooding. Oh well. Thank God we have the Bull in Woodbridge, which is lovely, which is my favourite spot anyway. And do you know what? I don't get the thought process behind people that have fled Israel and Gaza and Palestine. I don't get their thought process, because you know what they do? They flee it. Now, why do you think there's... I don't get... This is a mental thing. People flee that part of the region and come to the UK for safe haven. For safe haven. So, a female student has been caught ripping down posters showing the faces of kidnapped children from Israel. She's been caught ripping down those posters. She's Palestinian. But when you question her and ask her why she's in the UK, it was to escape Hamas. Now, what? What? You've came to the UK for a safe haven to escape Hamas and terrorism? And you're ripping down the posters which are showing the terrorism and type of criminal activity that the group that made you leave your country. I mean, the mental thoughts behind these people. Why are Palestinians in the UK? I'll tell you why. To flee what's going on over there. And now they're protesting on behalf of the people that were actually killing. It doesn't... I'm going to be honest. This is why I'm not in politics. Because if I was in charge, I would bring in a law. And if the law said, oh, this person here's got they've got an Israeli or Palestinian and UK passport. Oh, they've got joint nationality. Okay, well, let's take away their British citizenship and let's send them back to there so they don't ruin our country with all these demonstrations and fires and breaking public property. I would remove their British citizenship and send them back. That's how we should deal with people that are constantly protesting about a country that they fled. If you like it that much, go back and help your people. That's just my opinion. The BBC are under fire again. I mean, wow. I can't even believe that's still a thing. Why is the BBC still a thing? Imagine the BBC, the biased broadcasting corporation as I call it, refusing to denounce Hamas as a terrorist organisation. Refusing to do it. Well, they've refused to denounce a terrorist organisation. They've refused to get rid of people on their staff that have been caught exposing themselves to other members of BBC staff. They refused to investigate Jimmy Savile. They refused about all their DJs. You know, quite a few of them were caught. I mean, the BBC is an organisation filled with criminal activity which seems to get away. And you know why it gets away with this stuff? Because it's nothing to do with MPs. Let's not blame MPs. It's to do with some of them have their fingers in the pies with people in the House of Lords. The House of Lords, there's about quite a few lords in there that are keeping the BBC going. And the reason being is because quite a few of those lords were probably involved, in my opinion, in activities with children. And that's why the BBC is so protected, because the House of Lords is so protected. Yeah. And we can't get the Metropolitan Police to investigate it because a lot of them are under investigation. Crazy times, isn't it? Well, people, you were right. So, let's get this right. The Prince and Princess of Wales, William and Catherine, released a statement on behalf of the royal family about, we stand with the people of Israel. There's no room for terrorism in our world. Within 24... less than 24 hours later, Harry and Meghan released a statement. We stand with the Israelis. I mean, imagine that. Who are you to release a statement? Harry and Meghan? Oh my God. You actually believe you're still royals? You're not. The world sees you as narcissistic scum. Stop releasing statements. You're probably adding trouble. Every time you release a statement about a certain subject, it falls apart. Stop it. Just stop it. We don't want to hear you anymore. Honestly, Harry, get help. Get away from her. Get away from her. She's killing you. Anyway, have a wonderful day, people. Thanks for supporting my channel. Thanks for sticking with me. And stay safe.